And then I gotta ask. Obviously the critical reception right now. Metacritic sitting at a 96 right now. I mean, it is cooking everywhere. Everyone's talking. Switch coming in hot. Like everyone's talking that Tears of the Kingdom code out. But there is some controversy, and I'm seeing the trend a little bit on Twitter. And basically, some fans feel that Nintendo community or certain gaming communities are not keeping the same energy with 30 frames per second. I'm seeing 30 frames per second trend a lot, and how on one hand with Jedi Survivor and Redfall, how people were nicking it for the performance, but they're saying, on the other hand, these same people, again, now I'm just reading what people are saying. It's not saying what COG said. I'm just reading what people say, that they don't keep the same energy when it comes to Nintendo and their nostalgia, because there are still performance issues, but yet these same reviewers are not commenting on that or nicking the score. How do you feel about that?
They're 100% right. It feels real icky to play this game at 30 frames. Well, I will say is it's consistent. Like I do feel drops every now and then, but for the most part, it doesn't give me a headache. Like Jedi Survivor sometimes was making me nauseous. I still enjoyed playing it, but sometimes it did, because the frame rate was at 60 on performance mode, I believe, but it was dropping so much, so frequently.
Gotcha.
It never really truly felt at 60. Sure, this game's 30, and if you do the finesse, I'm not going to say it on here. Then
shout
it is
to the
what
ROG
it is.
Ally, man. It's gonna be a powerful device.
It's one of those things where if Nintendo don't improve their own hardware, at that point, some people just aren't cool playing it at 30. I definitely don't like playing this game at 30, but I've always been, I go where the games are, and as much as I hate playing this game at 30, I will go where the games are, because I can't just play this on something else. I gotta play it on the Switch.
But with Starfield, you said that you go.
No, I'll go on P. Well, see, if there's a better place to play it, I'll go.
Oh, see, this is the communities talk about. They say somehow Nintendo magically, people just forget everything about what they said last week.
Well, see, but there's a better place to play. And first off, Nintendo don't go out there acting like all their games are 60. So they need to stop that right off the bat.
So you say,
so just because they don't say it, we don't expect it from them?
Well, Nintendo doesn't come out there and say that. So look, we do expect it from them, but it's different than a company coming out there gloating that their console is the most powerful platform ever made, and it isn't handling games at 60. It's different when a console. Hold up, games, it's different when you have a Series X and a PS5, and you're playing the majority of games for the past 2 years at 60 frames, and you got this random first party that comes at 30 frames. Like there is difference on this. If you want to play anything on the Switch,
man, that's cap.
That's cap.
Cap. Matter of fact, you getting Hayachi face for that, man. Nah.
What happened?
Nah, that's all cap.
Why is it
y'all
cap?
just doing this because y'all like Nintendo. That's all that is.
Switch is coming in hot. You gotta respect
that. They coming in at
720.
They coming in at 720 and 30 frames per second. Dip in there. Come on, man. If PlayStation did that or Xbox did that, y'all will take the console and boot it across the street.
All right, but King, okay. Don't let
y'all know it's old hardware. Right. Y'all know y'all was bamboozled.
See, here's
from
the thing,
jump.
though. The reason Redfall got hit the way it was is because Zelda runs poorly, but Zelda's a really good game. If Redfall would have came out there and it would have been praised by the majority and everyone loved it, people would have overlooked the 30. It was a 30 on top of the underwhelming that game did to people.
All right, so what about? Yeah, this chat is hilarious right now. All right, so I get what you're saying with that. So what about it? Let's use this Jedi argument, right? People feel that Jedi Survivor is an amazing game that has performance issues. But in the reviews of Jedi Survivor, you'll see the performance issues mentioned that will nick the score down from greatness. What do you say for the Jedi Survivor community that say, yo, they just like, yo, y'all not applying the same energy to us, because our joint is Game of the Year material, but you as soon as you see Zelda running around, y'all taking it back to 85 and y'all feeling it. What do you say about the Survivor community?
I think there's a difference between a game running at 30 frames and a game having performance issues.
Okay.
A game could stay at 30, and that's exactly how the developer played it. Jedi Survivor came out almost broken. I was following through the map. Sometimes the scenes wouldn't go through. I remember I was fighting someone at the end, and it told me to do, the force move up, and it glitched, and I couldn't do that. There was a variety of things that happened during my experience of Jedi Survivor.
Where did you play that at?
On the Series X.
Okay.
So,
okay. Sorry.
At the end of the day, look, this game, it should run 60, but we're not in a reality of that. If anything, what do you guys at that point? It's like, look, do I not play the game because it's not running at 60?
Nah, just give it the proper score.
So there's no some king ain't no way it's a 10 out of 10.
It's not like I'm not saying it. It's not like I'm coming out here saying it's. Oh man, this thing's running at 60.
It's a hard 86.
It's like, oh come on, it's
86. I mean, if you're gonna start knocking people for coming out and not doing 4K. Hey, these dudes ain't doing 4K.
Like we know they say they bad. They ain't doing 4K.
We know for sure they box ain't doing that. Y'all chalk it up as a loss.
The thing, though, when it comes to the difference between Tears of the Kingdom and Jedi Survivor, I will say Breath of Tears of the Kingdom runs better.
So it's a smooth 30.
There's
clean.
That's the hardest cap I've ever seen.
I get that, but at the same time,
look at the world.
I'm not following through maps. I'm not getting stuck in areas where I
ain't
can't
nothing
continue.
to fall through.
But King,
ain't nothing in the world. Like Yo, Jedi Survivor got more bushes in the first scene than they probably got in the whole game.
All right, Big King.
We ain't gonna do that. I saw the bricks on the wall. If the bricks on the wall ain't look like Nintendo 64 smoothed out, you know how they stretch the texture?
Yeah.
They stretch the texture.
Here's the thing. When I was playing Jedi Survivor on performance mode, I felt like it ran 60. But there's a lot of times when I'm running, there's a lot of stutter. I could feel the frame rate dropping to probably 40s to high 30s consistently and go right back up to 60. Those that type of performance makes you get really annoyed because it's
Zelda
not
got a performance mode.
No, it doesn't have, but I don't feel that because look, it might not be at 30 the entire time, but I feel like it's more towards that than 60 dropping to 40 to 30 all the time.
They need to offer 60 then.
The game just feels way more stable, and I love I love
60.
Jedi Survivor. I said you should buy it once the issues are fixed, but at the end of the day, an apple is an apple.
So apple to orange. So King, it added to
the apples to oranges. It's cap to cap. Stop the cap.
But King, all right, in defense of the Zelda,
there ain't no defending these dudes.
What?
Come in here with this weak, limp hardware and everybody got to be like, yeah, man, it's the greatest 96 Metascore. Oh, what about the dips in the frame rate? Well, you know Nintendo.
Why they got
what about the resolution? What? Well, you know Nintendo.
But all right.
What about the sparse environment? Well, you know Nintendo. I know Nintendo need to get better hardware.
But here the thing is, I don't see.
86.
I agree with you. There's a lot of that going on, but at the end of the day, in order to get that 8 thing that you're talking about, the majority of people had to score at 8 or a 9. Right.
All right, but King,
I don't think that the issues of it running at 30 is justified taking 1 to 2 points.
I do. They do it to everybody else. Everybody get the smoke, but these dudes. Why is these dudes immune to the smoke? They need to get all the smoke. I don't care. I'm not saying that it's not a dope game. It's a dope game. Great. Smoke for you. Because you out here, nobody told you to wear those plaid pants with that lumberjack jacket.
Oh, damn.
Good. You don't look good, baby. So stop acting like he look good. Stop overlooking the fact that Nintendo got on high waters. Like it is.
Yo, not the high waters,
like
King.
It is, man. Dude out here, acting like Nintendo socks. You can't see Nintendo ankles. No, we can see your ankles, B.
So you try to say that they still wearing some out of fashion thing and nobody got the heart to tell them that they got the high waters on with their frames and their performance?
Yo, they coming in there with Lee's on. with the patch still in the back. They got an intact patch.
Oh, not the Lee jeans, King.
Man, I'm not rocking with it. I'm not subscribing to that. I'm not saying it's not a good game.
Right.
But we gonna start talking like it is an ugly duckling. We gonna start doing that.
Okay.
Now, what's the reason why they go cell shaded? Oh, it's cartoon. Yeah, it's an artistic choice. Is what you had to do.
All right, but King, I feel where you go, but King, I gotta push back on one thing. What about people said, which is a legit thing, like, yo, this is 2017 hardware. Now you asking 2017
Is it my fault that Nintendo don't want to give you something new? They want to sell you something old. Then they is it me? Or is it the resolution and the frames the same as Breath of the Wild?
I haven't done.
Why is the game $10 more?
Here's the thing.
But it looked better than Breath of the Wild. It looked better than Breath of the Wild.
When it comes to performance issues, the better the game is, the more people will ignore it.
Yes.
If the game is extremely good and they are happy and excited and playing it more than they're frustrated, people will forget all about that when it comes to writing their notes.
Addict, this is why I gotta fight back.
Here we go.
I seen people online at GameStop.
Let's go.
Holding the cartridge. Talk about the greatest game of all time. You didn't even play it yet. You didn't even play it yet. Stop the cap. Like these dudes out here, this is the greatest.
Sound like a shot against Don Yotaku. He was saying that. He was.
I've waited for this game since the last one. My Switch, I haven't played another game since Breath of the Wild.
So they premature capping.
Yeah, man. Yo, we ain't gonna lie. We ain't gonna act like this ain't the biggest thing they had in years. and it's here. Okay, I feel y'all. Stop going overboard with it, man. Y'all ain't gotta go over. Y'all ain't gotta say he looked handsome. He don't look handsome, man. You know how sometimes you see somebody bring their baby around? Yo, you see the baby and you be like, that's a baby. You ain't gotta say the baby look cute. You ain't gotta say Gaga Google. You ain't gotta touch the baby. You ain't gotta say the baby look cute. You can just be like, yo, that's a baby. Like that baby doing what babies do. Definitely doing what babies do.
Nobody telling them they baby ugly?
Yeah, you ain't gotta tell them it's ugly though. But you ain't gotta act like it's cute.
Yeah, I just like when it comes to this particular game, I do think it's good. I think it's going to get a lot of play. At the end of the day, if you don't want to play a 30-frame game, I definitely understand. I hate playing them too. Wait for them to release the Switch Pro, Switch or something. Like, it's like I've told people multiple times, and I'll continue saying it. I will go where the game is. I don't care what I have to play. I don't care where I got to go. If the game is there and I want to play it, I'm going to go there and play it. Do I like playing this thing at 30 frames? No, but
what if I tell you I got an option for you?
King.
What if I tell you if you go down this rabbit hole?
King, don't do that.
Work?
Don't do that. Don't get us canceled.
Does it take work?
Don't get us canceled.
I'm telling you right now, I just can't stand the hypocrisy, man. The hypocrisy is bananas.
Gaming Forte coming for you. He said, all I know is the game runs at 30 frames per second, leading in Game of the Year votes. It's going to run away with the award. Y'all need to ask.
I don't care what a bunch of people like to eat. I don't care about that. He can say anything he wants. It's leading. Everybody love. So what? I don't care about that part. It don't make it's not ugly. It's ugly, baby.
You're supposed to bend the knee when the Metacritic people say that game is the best.
For nobody. Because the Metacritic is lying. Right now, it's lying. It's a hard 86, man. But y'all gonna sit here. No, man, it's Zelda. They don't come out so often, man. It's every 10 years we get this Haley comet coming through, and all y'all capping because nobody wants to be the dude to say it's ugly though. Nobody want to be like, yeah, that game that you love though, that's at 30 frames per second, and we clown 30 frames per second game. I see the staunchest dudes. They be like, I ain't gonna never play no game that ain't no 30. This is the next gen. And they cap. They turn around and say, well, you know, the Nintendo joint is that's not.
Link got that influence. Yeah. So, King, are you implying that Nintendo's influence and control and Metacritic, and are you saying that people are scared to say that this game is not perfection?
I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna shoot all you review dudes that got it early. Now, one of y'all dudes was gonna say anything wrong about that game. Y'all was so happy. I got the code. I got the code. I got the code.
they had that Nintendo like me energy. That's what we doing.
Off of the, she kissed me on my cheek today. Off of the code alone, you gave it a 92. And then when you walked, and then when it turned on, and you walked down the corridor, and Zelda turned the link and said, you know, this corridor is very nice. You said, oh my God, they got voice.
I was happy they got voice. I was happy.
Yeah,
I was happy.
I'll have to bend the knee on that. You know,
Yeah, kid, I wasn't gonna call you out.
When it comes to getting,
you said that Starfield 30, you ain't doing it, but you was over there with that Zelda.
Well, see, there's another place I can play Starfield.
I respect.
Like,
I respect.
There's another place where you can play Zelda. And it does the same
Shout out to the ROG Ally. It's a great device.
doing.
It's a great device.
So it's just at the end of the day, it's like, look, like if I want to play it, I'm going to play it where I have access to it. And I do think that because Nintendo doesn't do anything, 21st century, when they do anything 21st century, they get all these props. There's definitely no denying that.
I got a theory.
Oh Lord.
I got a theory.
What's the theory?
Theory is you guys don't buck up on Nintendo.
Oh.
You know Nintendo don't care about you. No matter what you do, Nintendo don't care. Nintendo said you're not gonna buy, so what? So either you buy or you leave. Either you like it or you don't. That's it. And they are the real dudes holding that energy.
You're wrong about that. Nintendo says we're going to give you Game of the Year contender type games, and you're going to play or not play.
Okay, when did Breath of the Wild come out?
2017.
All right, now. All these years to still be 30 frames.